The Crucifixion, perception versus reality. Let's examine the very foundation of modern Christianity, the crucifixion. The Christian claim, rooted in 1 Corinthians 15:3, states that Christ died for our sins. And they will constantly remind you that this event is backed by eyewitnesses. They build their entire theology, their entire concept of salvation, on the testimonies of people who were standing there that day. But this is where their argument fundamentally breaks down, because they fail to distinguish between physical perception and metaphysical reality. We can concede a historical point right out of the gate. Yes, people saw a crucifixion taking place. Eyewitnesses stood there and watched a man being put to death on a cross. But history and eyewitnesses can only record perception. They can only document what the human eye physically observed. History does not possess the tools to measure God's miraculous intervention, nor can a historian document the metaphysical reality of what God is doing behind the veil of the physical world. Just because the human eye perceives something does not mean it is the ultimate truth, especially when the creator of the universe is involved. Perception does not equal reality. This is where the absolute truth of the Quran steps in to correct the historical illusions. Quran 4, verse 157 explicitly and definitively states, quote, "They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but another was made to resemble him to them," end quote. God, in his infinite power and mercy, rescued his mighty messenger. He altered the sensory perception of those present, placing the resemblance of Jesus on another. The eyewitnesses recorded exactly what they perceived, but they perceived an illusion. The Christian doctrine of a blood sacrifice relies entirely on the flawed assumption that limited eyesight can overrule the miraculous, rescuing power of God. When you understand that historians can only document the physical illusion, the entire theological framework of a dying man-God completely crumbles.